welcome to Octopunk Monthly Update for what will be September 2023. It is a very, very exciting month because, as you just saw, that was the trailer for Livescreamers, which is premiering at Genre Blast Film Festival, world premiering this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. in Winchester, Virginia. So this is the last time that I will be talking to you before Livescreamers officially gets seen by a few people in the world. I have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about today, including a new screening where you can catch Livescreamers later in the year, a couple new guest announcements for our Detroit event, which is really, really fun as well, because that's coming up in like 40 days or something like that, about like a little over a month. I have one update for Patreon, not as detailed as I normally have for Patreon. I've been busy with some other things this morning. And then I have a very, very big project sort of announcement that I'll actually get into first, because this is kind of what has occupied my morning and what has been occupying the last few days. If you're on Patreon, you probably know that I've been working on this because Livescreamers is coming out this weekend. I wanted to do a fun little tie-in media sort of thing, and you might know that the Janus Gaming team is the team that the film is about. And so what better way to promote a found footage movie but with a viral marketing campaign? And this should be live now. I don't know if it's necessarily optimized for mobile or not. I'm still sort of working out the kinks here. But you can go to janusgaming.com, Janus gaming.com, and see the many faces of gaming, their official website, a little bit of news, team page, some content that I'm starting to build in their socials. You can also follow on TikTok, Instagram, Tumblr, and YouTube, where there's some stuff starting to roll out. I don't think I have anything on the Tumblr, and I don't have much on the Instagram, but over the course of this afternoon, I have several reels that I'm going to be putting up in character, in universe, for the Janus Gaming team. This is, for you guys, this is a way to see some behind-the-scenes stuff from the film, some outtakes, some gag reels, that sorts of thing. So I hope you follow along and are in on the joke, are in on the nonsense. We've already got a John and Davey video. Actually, I should probably go ahead and make that live. I'm gonna go to YouTube. You can see it on the homepage, but it's unlisted. So it's officially not public yet. But I will go ahead and make that public right now. We have our first video up on YouTube about the John and Davey show, and you'll see what that's about when you go to the website and check it out. All right, that is now live on YouTube if you want to go see it. So yeah, like I said, we're on TikTok, Tumblr, Instagram, and YouTube. So please give us a subscription, a follow on all those platforms, or whichever ones you prefer, to kind of build up the momentum and the algorithm for the team in their pursuits of becoming a 4-star gaming channel. And it's taken a lot of work to find stuff, by the way, in the BTS where they are convincingly in character, because that's my rule kind of for the BTS on the Janus Gaming platform, is like, it's not supposed to, like, I will not show scripts, I will not show anything that suggests that we're filming a movie. I'm in it occasionally, but like, as you can see on the website, me and Dries are sort of like team members, behind the scenes people, and not necessarily part of a film crew. So I'm allowing myself to be in the content as their sort of like person behind the curtain. But other than that, I was like, I will not let them use their real names. I will not pick anything where they are out of character. If they're out of costume or whatever, that's okay. But Chris Tridane has to be using his accent as John. I won't get him using his regular voice, that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in Livescreamers, like I said, we are premiering that at Genre Blast Film Festival in Winchester, Virginia. You can still get a ticket if you'd like at genreblast.com. It's a really great festival. I recommend you come out if you'd like. If you live near the Virginia area, it's a really, really fun time. And to see our screening alone is like $12. A weekend pass is $55 though, and that's a steal. Actually, it might be a little more than that. It might be $60. My weekend passes for my Detroit event are $55. But as well, like I said, we have the Detroit event coming up too. We've already got a huge stacked crowd for this Detroit event on October 7th and 8th in Detroit, Michigan, a city that means a lot to us. But we have a couple new announcements today as well. And I think this is probably going to be our final two. I don't imagine I'll be able to get anybody else locked down. Anybody else who I thought was kind of on the fence about it has basically confirmed that they're not available this weekend. So in addition to Michael Smallwood, Sarah Callahan Black, MJ Slide, Anna Lynn, Ryan LaPlante, who am I forgetting? Myself, Marissa Rothfar, or Marissa Clay from Fallout Sanctuary, Rachel Summers, our lovely cinematographer and behind-the-scenes photographer for Livescreamers. In addition to Sydney Cremasco, who will be coming in for Fallout Sanctuary. We will also have, for the first time ever at an American Octopunk event, Austin is going to be joining us, so those of you who missed him in New York will finally get to meet him in person because he will be present in Detroit. And we're also going to welcome Gary Oaf, who plays Fulton in Fallout Sanctuary. Fulton is a supporting villain. An original supporting villain for the show, and his scenes are not until a little later in the series, so I'm gonna be piecing out some footage of him that is really a look at like episode 5. So in addition to showing the entire first episode, the entire pilot of Fallout Sanctuary, I'll also be showing a little bit down the road of what we're going to be doing with Fulton as well. So I'm really excited. We've got a really, really stacked group. Those of you who are attending the VIP potluck on Saturday night, you might have seen me post some pictures of that venue. It's really cool. There's fire pits and stuff in it. I think I'm probably going to get s'mores for us to make. And if you're interested in the VIP tickets, they were sold out, but because I got a bigger venue than I thought I would have, I opened up a few more slots. I think there's 3 more slots to go. So go to octopunkdetroit.eventbrite.com if you would like to check that out. That will be available for sometime more. And then we have the weekend passes for $55 and individual passes for $12. If you live near the Detroit area and you just want to come out for the Livescreamers screening, we'll have Q&A with the cast and crew of Livescreamers. We're going to have the Midwestern premiere screening of it. We're going to have the Octopunk potluck where we're all going to bring goofy stuff from our past and show it off to you guys. And we'll never see the light of day. We have a karaoke costume party, first look at the pilot of Fallout Sanctuary, and the 2024 showcase as well, sort of a preview of what's to come next year at Octopunk. So lots of really fun stuff packed into 2 days in Detroit, Michigan, and I can't wait to see all of you there. A lot of you in the chat right now have already booked your tickets, and I'm really excited to see you again if I have seen you before, most of you, and for the first time, if we will be meeting for the first time. And be sure to tell your friends as well, because we do have 40 days left. We're kind of getting down to the wire of like if you're going to book travel and stuff, now is kind of the time to book. And speaking of that as well, remember that we do have a hotel at the Hyatt Place Royal Oak. It's $209 a night, but there's king rooms, there's double rooms. All rooms have a sofa bed, so all rooms can sleep at least 2 different people who are not necessarily okay with sharing the same bed. And a few people have bundled up in 2 to 3 to a room in the Discord. So if you're looking for a roommate, go to our Discord and go to the Detroit Meetup server channel and just throw it out there. And you guys have been doing really good about pairing up with each other. And I also want to mention this again because the deadline to book this is September 15th. That's when our room block ends. So I will not see y'all again on stream before this runs out. So keep this in mind. You've got about 2.5 more weeks to book this hotel if you haven't already. Sunflower Possum says, already getting my cosplay ready for the karaoke party. That's the funnest part. It will be a cosplay karaoke party. I'm going to try to do a costume contest too. Marissa is emceeing basically the entire event, and she's really excited to MC the costume contest in particular. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a little DIY, the karaoke. I decided that, I think we can do it because we've got the AV set up in the actual, in the venue. So I was going to maybe pay $500, hire somebody to come do it. But I was like, I don't know. I know how to run Carafun. And I'll be karaoke DJing my own party, but I think it'll be okay. And yes, the logistics of cosplay are difficult. Remember, you will be getting there a little bit earlier in the day, so whatever cosplay you decide, you probably have to stick with it for a few hours before. Although we will have a gap. We'll have about an hour gap in between the autograph session and the beginning of the party, so you guys can go get dinner, change into your cosplay, go back to your hotel, grab anything you need, that sort of stuff if you'd like. I try to give a little bit of a buffer zone there. And we'll also be having some snacks at the karaoke party too, and then actual like dinner at the VIP potluck. Because I was like, hey, if it's a potluck, there should be food. We should feed you. That it is implied in the word potluck. I said that I didn't have a lot of details to spoil on Patreon. This is such a funny slide to me. This is definitely going to be our sticker. I'm going to celebrate the release of Livescreamers by doing a Janus Gaming die cut sticker. If I haven't already, I don't think I've done this yet. I don't think I've done this design yet. I feel like I would know that by now. If I have already done this design, I will do something else. But I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one yet, because I would remember having leftovers, and I don't think I have them. As far as our $1 and $5 streams, I know that one of our $5 streams is going to be the Fallout opening sequence stream that I ended up not doing this month, but we'll do next month. And then I don't really know what else it'll be. It'll just have to be a surprise. Possibly more Livescreamers promotional things. We shall see. And then on top of that, there is, of course, the $25 group call. For patrons of this month, the $25 group call is tomorrow. I believe it's 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Check Patreon to be sure. I posted this morning on Patreon, so it should be on there now. And I'm still not sure what either will be. I'm kind of running from the seat of my pants right now with my normal tasks because of the Livescreamers world premiere being so close, and a lot of my energy going into that. But I did mention on Instagram that if you can't make it to Winchester, Virginia this weekend, and you can't make it to Detroit, I do have an announcement of another screening that hopefully you can make it to. And so I was not able to announce this prior. I've known about this for a while, but I've seen other people announcing theirs, so I think it's probably fine for me to be transparent about the fact that we will be coming back to New York December 7th through 10th for New York City Horror Film Festival with Livescreamers. We are an official selection of New York City Horror Film Festival. I know I'm going. I think Michael Smallwood is planning on going, as well as, you know, any New York locals. This might be the one fest that Chris and Kobe might be able to actually attend as well, because I swear, like, half of this cast is the only scheduling conflict I have heard with any of the cast, with any of the events, is they're all in shows. Literally, like, just they're all booking theater. And that's why it's why Kobe and Chris and Sarah and Anna are all booked for this weekend and cannot come to Genre Blast because they are all in shows. But great for them. I'm really happy that they're all booking and they're all getting work, especially during the strike. But theater is really big right now for them. So theatrical scheduling notwithstanding, we should have some of the cast turn up at NYC Horror as well, and I will definitely be there. It's one of my favorite festivals, and it's a really, really good time. I know Becky Helane's probably excited about that one as our resident Manhattan local. And it is actually, it's in Manhattan. They moved it back to, they moved it to Hell's Kitchen. It was going to be Lower East Side. Now it's Hell's Kitchen, which is kind of closer to where it was before because it was Chelsea before. So I'm trying to see how I can get within walking distance to the festival this time. But it's expensive. It's expensive to be in New York in December. Oh, welcome, Marissa, as well. I see Marissa in the chat. See John Hale in the chat too. I'm going to see him this weekend at Genre Blast. So shout out to John. I believe that's everything for today. I covered the Janus Gaming website. I covered New York City Horror. I covered our new Detroit event attendees, and I covered Patreon. So I think that's everything. I was hoping to have a couple of more announcements for festivals today, but everybody just kept pushing their notification dates and has kept me on hold for weeks. In some cases, like there was potentially a European premiere that I was on hold for, and we'll see if that happens. I might have news in October. I'm not sure if that's going to work out or not. I may never hear from them again. We will see. Of course, now I feel the impetus to check my email just to see if it's literally in my email right now. It's not. Okay. So I have no more announcements to make on Octopunk Monthly Update. But I do hope to continue to update you with screenings as they come with Livescreamers. I probably will have at least one or two. We'll see, fingers crossed, within the next 2 weeks. So I probably will not wait until Octopunk Monthly Update in October to announce them. I will probably just, stay tuned to my social media and go follow Janus Gaming on all the social medias and go visit the website and give them some love because I'm trying to sort of build up those platforms as well. And I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff on all of those sites later today, so stay tuned. It's a lot of fun stuff. I'm really happy with a lot of the content that I've made for those pages because they're a very fun look at the characters before you get to know them in the actual film. You'll sort of feel like you're already a fan of Janus Gaming by the time you watch Livescreamers, which I think has its own amount of immersion to it. And for those of you who saw me work on it on Patreon, there's a couple other little features that I want to include in the website. I will update those as they come to, as I have time to sort of tweak it. But the website itself is going to have constant updates and posts and things and new features and little spoopy things that get added here and there that are a little maybe interactive. So I kind of want to make the website itself a little bit of an interactive storytelling device on its own in addition to the movie. So big plans, big ideas. But as I said, follow me on social media. I will be posting a lot of stuff. I've been posting a lot of the headlines and all the news and stuff that's come out about Genre Blast. I'm sure there's going to be at least a couple of reviews of Livescreamers that are going to come out in advance of the festival and after the festival within the next 7 to 10 days. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that they like it. Fingers crossed that the critics actually like Livescreamers because it makes a big difference. I've had a lot of good response so far, but you never know. There's no accounting for taste. But thank you so much for joining me. Our next Octopunk Monthly Update will be on October 2nd, right before the Detroit event, the week of the Detroit event. I will see you again on October 2nd here on Octopunk Monthly Update, 2 p.m. Eastern, wherever Octopunks can be found. And as always, stay great, hydrate, and have a happy time zone.